This is the Professional Stepdad, a place where we share stories, strategies, and ideas for men just like you to help answer that one important question: how can I be a better stepdad?
And we are live. Episode 50, Professional Stepdad. My name is Franco Zavala. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for being here, for listening, for sharing, for just being all around amazing people. This is episode 50 of this show. If this is your first time seeing the show, this show is about the journey, the trials, the tribulations, the ups and downs, the things that I've learned over the last 10 years of being a stepdad, 5 kids. And this is my way of sharing and helping as many future stepdads as I can. Once again, if you have not liked, subscribe, share on YouTube. I took the Facebook page down because it was hacked. So right now, the only thing that is available for this Professional Stepdad is our TikTok, our Instagram, and of course, YouTube. We're also available on SoundCloud. So if you wanted to take a listen in your car, a lot of different and amazing stories shared by other stepdads, by myself, a couple interviews. Decided to do a couple short clips for individuals that just kind of want to grasp a little bits of information. I think there's about 20 episodes of the short clips up, and eventually they're going to catch up to the 50. So again, thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate you. I value your time, your energy. And okay, let's get started. So this year has already started off crazy. Last year was even crazier. In previous episodes, we spoke about the amount of time that was offered and presented to us as stepdads and as men and as leaders in our home to really establish a new set of foundations and values within our home so that we can kind of change the collective understanding and the narrative around what it means to be a stepdad within a new home or an existing home that doesn't necessarily flow perfectly for you yet. I think that it's important to understand that in order to get a good flow within your home, you have to first of all, you have to hold yourself to a set of standards and values. You have to hold yourself to a new way of thinking and understanding. Getting caught up with the labels within step parenting is very easy to do and very hard to let go of. Getting caught up with the whole, these aren't your children, you can't discipline them or talk to them a certain way. Looking at your kids and not seeing your features or your bloodline. So being quietly jealous and building anger and rage towards, I don't know, I guess it's a fear or I don't know. I mean, is it an instinctual thing within men that we want to see that, right? We want to see our seed, I guess, what we're going to pass things on to. I don't know. I'm assuming it stems from kings and queens, but there are these labels that we are given, shown, that we listen to, that television and movies show us. And I want all of you to know right now, and this is important. This is important, stepdads. This is extremely important. Stepdads, I want you all to know and understand that when you can get on a level of communication with your partner, when you can develop a new way of thinking and understanding about your core values and how you want to raise your children and how you want to grow your relationship with your partner and how you want to be a better man. When you can develop an understanding about all 3 of those key factors, your dynamic within the home does not have to be one of foreign entity. What do I mean by that? Meaning like this feeling that you always have, like you don't belong, or you're the oddball out, or you're just the other guy, or no matter what it is. And that's one of the biggest challenges that we as stepdads face. And that is the miscommunication the missed connection with our partner and with our children. We miss it because we are so busy trying to defend our honor and trying to defend our home. We are so busy doing what we feel is right, but then when we don't get the recognition, we get angry. We're so busy doing that, and we have to let that go. So it's important for all stepdads to understand that you have to develop that sense of connectivity and communication and consistency. Important consistency within the home. It's not going to be easy. This is not there's no manual that says the 5 easy steps of becoming a stepdad. That's just not true. There should be no books called any steps about being a stepdad, because every one of us go through different situations. Some of us have bio dads in the picture, some of us don't. Some of us have crazy step. Let me see. So bio dad's new wife in the picture, and some of us don't. Like, there are so many different variables that there is no way to really pinpoint a good way to be valued as the leader and as the man and as the dad within the home. And focusing on those 3 key points that I was talking about, communication and connection and consistency within the home, is going to be how you win and how you see others fall off. Too many step parents get overwhelmed. Too many step parents quit, give up. And it's because they have that one foot out the door mentality, which is, these aren't really my kids, so if it doesn't work out, I can just leave and they're not going to miss me anyway. Well, guess what, dads? They're going to miss you. Just because they didn't tell you, or because they're not necessarily showing it yet, doesn't mean that they're not valuing you within the home. It's not that what that means. They're just it's hard for kids to express it. It's hard for moms to let down their walls and open their hearts. And it's hard for us to be patient because we want everybody to accept us now. And that's just not how it goes. You have to have that mentality of patience. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for this seed to grow, you should be watering that seed every day. What does that mean? That means working on yourself, getting rid of your bad habits, getting rid of the way you were raised and how you talk and how you react, understanding what kind of parent and husband and partner and leader that you want to be. It's important that you water the seed of your relationship to make sure that you're constantly growing with your partner and not distancing yourself from them. You know, too many marriages start off with like, it's so beautiful and special. It's like you're on your own little island. And then as the years progress and grow further and further away, it's like we go on our own separate islands and we only visit the main island on our special occasions. And it's funny how society kind of just accepts that. Oh, I've been married 10 years. You know, wait till you're married 15 years. That'll change. See, here's the thing. It doesn't have to change. It doesn't need to be like that. And it's important that you water the seed of your relationship. Because if you don't, when the times get tough, when the times are rough, when the kids are misbehaving or not disrespectful, trust me, it's better to have your partner on the same page as you, as a 50-50 split as parenting within your home to handle the situation. It works. It works better. Trust me. I know. And then you have to water the seed of the connection with your kids. So many of you stepdads jump into this new relationship within the home, and your first immediate response is, how do I get the kids to love me? Kids respect me. How do I get the kids to notice me? How do I get the kids to value my opinions and my thoughts and my everything? And they're not gonna. They're just not. Too many step parents start off at the end instead of starting where they should go as the beginning. We start off trying to win the praise of our children instead of worrying about like the mental, the mentality that we have going into the relationship, and the stigma and the stink of the narrative of what it means to be a step parent in today's society just on us. We've got to learn to get rid of that so we can consistently move forward through our journey. That's just how it is. But too many step parents jump right into the kids, forget about themselves, forget about their spouse, and then it doesn't work. Or you want to know why everybody's arguing, or you want to know why she doesn't trust you, or you want to know why they're not connecting, or you just all these things. And then you find your vices, and before you know it, that one foot out the door becomes one leg, becomes you. It's important to make that connection with your kids. How do you do that? Well, get to know who they are. Kids change. Between the ages of like 6 and 12, I mean, it's just a dramatic change of what they like, what they don't like, music, interest, friends, foods, all this stuff. It's your job to stay on top of it, to listen, to understand them, and then to communicate with them through their love language. A lot of you men, a lot of you stepdads don't even know what a love language is, let alone what yours is, let alone what your partner's is, and understanding how your kids will respond to their love language. You have to let go of that what is the word I'm looking for? You have to let go of that stupid mentality, which is like, I'm a man and I can, this is my house and this is how I was raised, and all this just dumb stuff, like stuff that just doesn't make sense. Look, I'm a man. I'm a man's man. But I'm also emotional, and I connect with my kids and my wife, and it's okay to cry, and I listen. I allow myself to be involved in everything. I embrace it instead of trying to push it away because I don't feel comfortable because of the way my dad yelled at me about it. You see what I mean by going after your mental thoughts and changing your perspective on how you see the world? If you don't do that, the minute I bring up words like love language, most of you immediately shut off. You don't get it. You don't understand it. It's not a masculine word, therefore it doesn't apply to you. And if that's you, I feel sorry for you. I feel real sorry for you because you're missing out on an incredible opportunity to raise these kids, to raise your kids. And make no mistake about it, within the home, when you work on yourself and you work on your relationship and you have a good team effort and teamwork, they are your kids. Just because they're not biologically yours doesn't mean they're not yours. You're responsible. You fall in love with them. You'll do anything for them. Stop referring to them as your stepchildren. I hope that makes sense to you. Get rid of it. The quicker you embrace your role, the quicker you can embrace the things that come along with it, but also the quicker that you'll be aware and awake to the good stuff, to the parts where you're valued, and to the parts where you get the letters and the cards. I can't stress that anymore. You gotta let go of that, of the whole way you were raised and how your dad spoke to you, or how your uncle spoke to you, or how your friends treated you, or where you grew up in, or if you were from a rich neighborhood or the poor neighborhoods, or if you're black, white, Hispanic. It doesn't matter, man. This isn't about you, stepdad. None of it's about you. You made the choice to be there. Now step up and be there. That's the problem. Most of you aren't even there. In a physical sense, sure, you're there. But mentally, psychologically, emotionally, you're not. You're so distant that you are going to constantly be climbing this mountain that is packed with snow, and almost every other step you slide down because you don't have the right shoes, you don't have the right gear to climb this mountain. And I'm giving you those principles right now. Those are the key core principles you should be understanding about yourself. Get to know who you are, get rid of your old thinking, become a better man, become a better leader, become more open and emotional. Get to know your partner, set relationship goals, do things every day that speak to her love language, or do things every day that speak to his love language. Become an unstoppable force, an unstoppable team. I'm a basketball player like Scotty and Michael. Become unstoppable. Get to know your kids, listen to them, connect with them, understand them, speak their love language. And I'm telling you, doing this on a consistent basis. Remember, consistency is key here. Doing this on a consistent basis. One day, out of nowhere, everything will change for you. But you have to stay patient. And in the meantime, work on yourself. Episode 50. Again, guys, thank you so much for listening, for watching, for sharing. Stepdads, if you have not heard this today, let me be the first to tell you, you're valued, you're needed, you're wanted. Be a leader. Be the one that they're looking for. Again, if you have not subscribed, like, share, all that stuff on YouTube and everything else. Also, the website, theprofessionalstepdad.com. Feel free to share stories if you want to, or just take a look at it. This is a growing and never-ending journey for me, and it's always going to be consistently changing, but I'm so open to it because my whole entire objective is I know there's a stepdad that's coming 10 years behind me that is going to struggle because they are trying to raise kids and be in a relationship with the old information. My job is to change that narrative.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.